All right, Shalom. This is Brother Yawanathan, the bottle of the Worm, coming at you another lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shema Shah. First and foremost, as always, I want to start by giving all praises and glorifications to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shah, Bahasham, Rekakodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone Well. Peace, love, and salutation to the hopeful elect throughout the four corners of earth, preaching his word in truth and sincerity. Shalom. All right, this is going to be a quick lesson through the spirit based on the word of the week that me and the camp it's pretty much set up after camp. Based on the ATL camp, they always do a word of the week. So I decided that we gonna start doing it as a camp too. All right, but the word is perseverance. Okay, and there's all kind of scriptures that go into it. Okay, I got one particular in mind, but I want to get the definition. Okay, it says continued effort to do or achieve something despite difficulties, failure, or opposition. And that's what we face with in its truth. All kind of obstacles that come our way, enduring, in this ministry, all kind of obstacles and tribulation that we face, the hell we catch. All right, it's all about persevering, man. Okay. Again, it says continued effort to do or achieve something. What are we trying to achieve? Salvation. Hey, the scriptures say, let every man work out his own salvation with all fear and trembling. Okay, and that's the goal. Okay, that's what we're trying to achieve. Trying to get at immortality, them crowns on our heads. Okay, we're trying to get the kingdom, have be joint heirs with Yahweh Shah forever. Okay. So it's all about enduring to the end, which I'm going to get that scripture in a second. It says continued effort to do or achieve something despite difficulties, failure, or opposition. We got a lot of opposition. Our own people come up against us, man, let alone Esau. Okay. Our own people, the scriptures say, whoso despises the word shall be destroyed. And they despise this word, man. All right. Because they don't like the truth. They love the society. They love what Esau has to offer instead of what the Most High has to offer. Okay, so we gotta persevere through that. We gotta endure through that. All the opposition that comes our way. Okay, because we're public enemy number one. We got a target on our back or a bullseye on our back. Being in this truth. Okay, it says the action or condition or an instance of persevering. It says steadfastness. Okay, let's get a scripture on that. Salaki, let me look it up. Let me see. Get that scripture steadfast when it has, which speaks of being steadfast KJV. Yeah, 1 Corinthians. Let me see. 1 Corinthians 15, the very last verse. Let's get that. So this is 1 Corinthians 15 and 58. It says, therefore, my brethren, be ye steadfast, unmovable. See, gotta be unmovable in this truth. That's what it means, basically, to be steadfast. Have your plants in this truth, or your roots planted firmly, where you're unmovable, man. Okay, like the scriptures say in Revelations 3, let no man take thy crown. And I always say the biggest enemy is you. All right, don't let yourself take your crown, man. Okay, when you look in that mirror, that's your biggest enemy, man. Okay, because remember, we're working out our own salvation. Okay, nobody else can save us. Okay, really nobody else can get you out of the truth but you. And ultimately, if you let Satan get in your head, man. All right, it says, therefore, my beloved brethren, be ye steadfast, unmovable, always abounding in the work. Scriptures speak of being diligent, make your calling election sure, and be diligent. 1 Peter's 2 Peter's 1 and 10. Okay. It says, therefore, my beloved brethren, be ye steadfast, unmovable, always abounding in the work of the Lord, Yahweh Bashim Shah. For as much as ye know that your labor is not in vain in Yahweh Bashim Shah. All right, we got to know that. All right, the works we do going out there on the streets to teach, doing these lessons, keeping the law, statutes, commandments to the best of our ability, right? Doing the things pertaining to pleasing Yahweh Bashim Shah is not in vain, man. Okay. We all doing it for that incorruptible crown, as this chapter goes into, man. And this is the spirit, because we're basically going into this in Wednesday night lesson. Okay, enduring, man. It's all about endurance. That's pretty much what persevere goes into. All right, perseverance. Let me see if there's any more before I get another scripture. And like I said, I ain't gonna make it too long. Just a little quick hitter based on the word of the week. Let me see. It said this is persevere. It says to persist in a state, enterprise, or undertaking in spite of counter influence, opposition. There go that word again, or discouragement. And we can't be discouraged. Okay? No matter what comes our way, we got to continue to persevere and endure. All right, some synonyms. Okay, it says carry on, persist. We got to carry on, man. No matter how hard it seems to get in this truth, we got to carry on. We got to know that Yahweh Shema Shah is going to be with us, man. But that's if we stay faithful. Okay, we stay faithful unto him, right? Okay, so down here it says history etymology. It says from the Middle English persevering, borrowed from Anglo-French perseverer to last, endure. See, we want to last, we want to endure. It's all about enduring, man. Persist in spite of opposition. Again, despite the opposition, man, we got to carry on, got to endure, we got to last. It says borrowed from Latin perseverare, to persist in a course of action or an attitude in spite of opposition. Keep on, got to keep on pushing. Okay, it says continue, last, right? It says down here stern, austere. Hey, the Lord was stern and austere, right? The scriptures say he was an austere man. Hey, in other words, you got to be hard in this thing, man. Okay, you got to have tough skin, thick skin. All right, you got to gird up your loins like a man, right? So that's it on that. I'm gonna get one last scripture. Okay, I got to get this to get Matthew 24. Let's end it off on this. Matthew 24:13. Like I said, it's just a quick hit based on the word of the week we got going. All right, this is Matthew 24:13. It says, but he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. So endure, the key word, endure. Let me read it again. It says, but he that shall endure unto the end of what? This society, man. All the way up to when the Lord comes back and redeem us. That's what we want to do, man. All right? We want to obtain salvation. Even though if we have to die for this truth. Hey, if you die in his word, guess what? You persevered. Because the dead in Yahushua, Hamashiach shall what? Rise first. All right? So that's a really part of endurance, man. If you still in this truth, you kept the faith, and you died for it, man. Or you died for Yahweh Shema Shah. Okay? It says, but he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. So again, the goal is salvation. But what we got to do first, persevere, endure. All right. So with that, there's just a little quick hit. Okay. Say again and sign off again by saying all praises and glorifications goes to Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua, by Hashem Kakodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone Well. Peace, love, salutations to the hopeful elect throughout the four corners of earth. Preachers word and truth and sincerity. I'm going to say shalom and kwam yashala. Shalom.